The complaint you may be responding to may be, there are dead spots on the touchscreen, or I'm touching the screen and it's just not responding. This complaint could be, it's locked up, or there's a dead strip across the display. These problems can be narrowed down to two components, the blister or the touchscreen. They really go hand in hand. The blister is probably the most misdiagnosed component in the dispenser. Many times this component is replaced, and when the dispenser is restarted, the unit is doing the same thing. So it's important to really determine whether or not the blister is the problem or if the touchscreen is the problem. So let's look at each of the problems and some troubleshooting steps. Let's look at the problem that the touchscreen is not responding at all. The first thing you want to do is make sure that the push-to-pour button is not stuck. When that happens, after a minute, the dispenser will freeze and act like it is locked up. So go through the normal push-to-pour test. Press at the 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and 9 o'clock positions to make sure that the PTP is not sticking. If the PTP is working properly and the dispenser is still not responsive, it could be that the ice lever is stuck in the on position. If it is stuck in the on position, it'll dispense some ice and stop. However, the dispenser still senses that it is dispensing ice, so it will lock out the touchscreen so the touchscreen won't react to touch commands. First, test the ice lever by dispensing some ice. If ice is dispensed and then stops when you release the lever, you know that the ice lever is operating properly. If ice did not dispense, visually inspect the ice lever. You may need to open the top door and take a look inside. Make sure the ice lever is not bent to one side. Also, check to make sure that the spring that's on top of the ice lever is still there or hasn't popped out of position. Make sure that the ice lever brackets are in place. Finally, make sure that the ice lever is in the correct position and not loose inside of the ellipse. If you have eliminated the ice lever as the problem, you should now activate the ADA. The ADA keypad is located here. Now navigate around and select and pour a drink. If you're able to pour a drink, that indicates the communications inside of the dispenser are working the way that they should. Next, scan a cartridge. If the cartridge scanned with no problem, it indicates that the RFID scanner is operating normally. Your ADA worked and you were able to scan a cartridge. So we validated that everything that is controlled by the blister is functioning normally. The fact that you cannot navigate around the touchscreen tells us that the touchscreen is where the problem is. Your next step would be to replace the touchscreen. Please refer to Chapter 8, Replacing the LCD Touchscreen. This chapter describes the process to replace the touchscreen in detail. If you were not able to pour a drink with the ADA, or you could not activate or scan a package, then the blister should be examined. To do this, you must open the upper and lower doors and turn the power to the dispenser off. To do this, locate the hole in the bottom of the lower door. It is located on the bottom left surface about 3 inches or 7.5 centimeters, and insert a small pocket screwdriver or something similar and push upward. The lower door will pop open. Manually open the upper door. Locate the power switch and turn it off. Remove the blister from the back of the touchscreen. Confirm that all of your connections are good. Put it all back together again, and power the dispenser back up. If the problem continues and you cannot pour a drink with the ADA or scan a package, the blister has failed and you should replace the blister. If you need help with this, refer to Chapter 7, Replacing the Blister. This chapter describes the process to replace the blister in detail.